Hi everybody, Martyn the Flicking Feathers again today, and I'm tying this. This is basically, if you want to think about it, an Oakham Orange Octopus. Right? Nice bright attractor pattern for the top dropper, full movement, well worth tying some up and having them in your box. Now, as always, I'll put a materials list in the description, along with a link to the Patreon page for anybody who wants to support the channel and be entered into the giveaways. Alternatively, you can like the video, share the video, watch it all the way to the end. All of that helps the channel. Comments especially are good. So I've got my hook and my vice. It's a Fluo comp heavyweight, size 10, and I'm going to start with some Uni 80 and Fire Orange. Right. Just going to run a bed of thread into the bend. I'll come back up. For the tail, I've got Glo-brite number 5. I've got 15 strands of this. I've just wound them together, tied them up. Just got to brush the tail together, and then catch this in with a loose turn. I'll just draw it back so it's like the length of the body, and then I'll go back and touch and turns. And then tail length, it's up to yourself. Decent tail on it. I mean, obviously if you're fishing competition, you need to make sure the fly's within the gauge, but if you're not, you can make it longer. That's about a shank length there, which I think is a nice balance in the pattern. The rib is small gold wire. I'm just tying this on my side, and I'm just going to run up with the thread and sort of tidy this up. And for the body, I'm using gold holographic. If I can find the end of it. Okay, so got the end of my tinsel. I'm just using a large. So take that back. And the large covers up nice and quick. You can also use medium if you prefer. So get a straight turn at the back and just come up. You can overlap them. Get that nice gold body. And when you get to the front, just cross your thread. Take a few wraps to lock it in place. Then tie it off. And then the hackle, I'm using a fluorescent orange, and I'm going to go for a fairly long fibre. Because I've got the pheasant rump feather, I don't want a wee short compact body hackle. I want a good length in it so that the fibres sort of blend together. So take away what I don't need. I'll tie this in good side facing me. And then I'll just take my hackle pliers. Got a good 2 turns at the front there to help support the shoulder hackles, and then the body, the usual sort of 4. Chase this with the wire rib, nice turn at the back, and come up, and just ignore the hackle, just go up quick. When you get to the front, just draw everything back, make your spacing come through, take a full turn, then bend that wire over the tinsel, over the thread, sorry, then tie it off. And bend and break it away. I'm just going to come in with the Velcro, just sort of free up any trapped fibres. You don't need to do that, but I always like to, and then we'll snap away the back, the tip at the back there. And you can see what I mean, that's a long hackle fibre that I've put on that. But that's going to blend in nicely with the shoulder hackle. So I've got the rump feather from a golden pheasant that I've dyed hot orange. Just going to take away the rubbish and leave all the usable fibre there. And then I want to get as much out of this hackle as I can, because there's loads of movement and the fibres are thin, you know, you're not really adding a lot of bulk, you're not going to overdress the fly. So catching it in by the tip, 2 turns, I'm going to fold the tip back and then tie back until I'm up at the shoulder hackle, and then I can just reach in and pinch away that tip. And then it's just a case of folding this and winding it. Like I say, I want to get tight turns, get all this in, get as much out of this hackle as I can. Now I've used it all up, I'm just going to come in, catch it off. It's nice and thin, so I'll just fold it back, tie over it, keep your thread tight and you can break it away. Now at this stage I like to pull it forward and then just run my fingers through it. This helps take the twist out. You might need to do it a couple of times. And you'll see what you get. And you get big leggy, long fibres, loads of movement. And you could finish there, but I'm going to put a wee hackle at the head. I'm going to use a grey partridge dyed orange, and I'm going for again, try to pick a kind of big one. And this just, I feel this just finishes it off, rather than, it's a bit nicer at the front than the golden pheasant rump, with the softer fibre and the mottling. So I'm just going to expose that tip, keep my thread tight, pinch it away, and then same again, just probably just use this up. We'll see how it looks. You don't get a huge number of turns. Now it's not really sitting, so I'll sort of pull it a wee bit and then I'll let it go back, and that puts the shape in it, right? That this should help, so the second time you wind it, it will generally sit for you and give you a nice finished fly. And what I'm going to do, I've used up the feather, but the stem's nice and thin, so we'll just bring it around so that I can tie it off on my side. Rather than try to catch it on the far side. I'll just trim that away. Then I'll build a wee head. Just making the shape that I like. And the same as before. Pull it forward, sweep it back. And then the fibres will sort of sit where they're meant to be. You take the twist out of them. And that blends in really nicely. Just gives you that wee bit of mottling at the front of the fly. It looks good. So, whip finish. And you can use the whip finish again just to continue the shape of the head. Another one for luck. I mean, one's enough, but two does no harm. And there you go. Just trim that away. And apply your varnish. So watch, you don't get it into the feathers. I'd rather it was on the eye than in the feathers. And then just come in, clear that away, and the fly's done. So there you go. It's a very, very bright fly. It's not an everyday pattern, but it's certainly well worth having in your box. Sunny days and all that, like, patterns like this can really make all the difference. So I hope that was useful. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to give me a thumbs up below, and I'll see you for another one. Tight lines, guys. Bye.